This video is brought to you by Toys-R-Us UK. Use promo code TurtleTalk upon checkout and receive up to 10% off of these selected lines. That's promo code TurtleTalk. Link is in the description. What is going on, toy fan? Project Piper Customs here, and welcome to a brand new series on this channel, Get Crafty. A show where we put the spotlight on the smaller projects that keep our skills sharp. Some of these projects we've done 100 times, and others are brand new first time rounds. And this being one of them. And in front of you today we have Splinter's Crate from the 1990 TMNT movie. Alright. Okay, so this is the first time for me working on crates. Now, crates and pallets and barrels, they're all bread and butter builds in the game of prop making and diorama making for action figure displays and photography. But for me, this is a first, and I wanted to stick the camera on and take you through some of these smaller projects. Alright, so with the inspiration of this itself, this little build is actually a prop for an even bigger project that will itself be launching another brand new series on this channel right here. Okay, and there was a few things that inspired this build, and one of them being right here. This helped with the visual reference. Now this here is the crate from the Capture of Splinter NECA exclusive box set. Now, not everyone was able to get that. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Alright, and even though they have re-released the figures in single card and in a 2-pack, they never gave us the Capture of Splinter accessories in terms of the shackle and chains, and of course the crate that he stands on. Okay, but this itself was a nice touch to include at the time. Alright, it's nicely detailed, little Easter egg there with NECA. Okay, but it is essentially just glossy cardboard. Alright, and I thought, you know what, as a great starting point in terms of woodwork in prop making, let's give building this thing for real a go. Now, in terms of size reference, obviously I had this at hand to pull from, and the measurements pretty much stack up the same in terms of height, and just slightly bigger, of course, because of the wood I used. But if you yourself want to give building this crate a go, but don't have this and was unable to get the Capture of Splinter shredder set to have this, then what I'll do is I'm going to throw the measurements of this crate up on the screen for you to pause, screenshot, and you can use them when building your own. And yeah, so here we have the Splinter Crate. Now, it's a little bit different. I pulled not only references from this, but also references from the film itself to get a little bit more screen accurate than what NECA did themselves here. Alright, I did throw in the Easter egg, of course. Had to give them a nod. Alright, but to help us break down this series and to talk more about the inspiration, here he is, the man himself that inspired this build and this series and the show that's coming after this. Pietro, and you know him as Turtle Boy 83. With the whole idea behind this series is I had so much of these little miniature projects that I wanted to do that as time, like I've got a bunch of 3D prints I need to paint up, or I've got head sculpts I need to paint, or I've got this little prop I want to make. That I thought, why not just stick the camera on and do these little miniature things? And if the thing's been inspired by someone, or if I bought the piece from someone that I'm painting, then give them a spotlight as well, and just turn it into its own little series. And yeah, so seeing yours, and that was just like, okay, I want to do this now. And then the first part of that to get done was, of course, Splinter's Crate. Now, we obviously got given the cardboard version. From NECA, for those who anyone, when we were lucky enough to get the Capture of Splinter set, and as cool as it was, I was like, when seeing yours, and I saw that you'd actually made it in NECA style, and I thought, the fuck me, that's just absolutely awesome. I want to give it a go as well. And I hadn't played with balsa wood since I was a kid, so I was like, all right, let's go. I want to make some pallets anyway. And I've wanted to make a crate myself, but I've always ended up just going for a 3D print, and they're really good. But I thought, okay, let's just give this a go. And yeah, obviously, so the first one second, first go was this one, big old bad boy. I'm really happy about it came out, but you got in my head. You got in my head with the proper accuracy, and I'm like, no, this just won't do. This just won't do. I'll put this aside. This can be a regular crate for a background scene of some kind of prop.
That's great. You never get enough. Yeah.
No, exactly. And I'm really happy with the paint job. I did take the feet off in the end because I thought regular crate for Ben, and I thought, no, let's give this another go. Let's get this going, shall we? And then looking at your pictures, looking at the visual references from the movie, and I was just fortunate enough to get it on. Now, have you got yours at hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you make it even more accurate than mine.
I've got a one up you see. It can't be exactly the same, or you think I'm copying you.
No, you get it. You get it right, man.
No, but I do like yours a lot because you kind of mimicked the NECA one, but like for real. And I thought that was just a really nice touch.
There you go.
There it is. Yeah, that's lovely. See, that looks like literally a 3D version of the NECA one. It's great. Yeah, I love that. So that's great. So when you came to actually building your environment, what sort of process, especially when it came to the crate, what point in the build did you make the crate? Or was that one of the first things you did?
Probably was the first thing I did. Yes, because the prop NECA gave us, wasn't good enough. I said, okay, I'm gonna make the crate. And then maybe from that is, I start, okay, maybe now I can make the rest.
Yeah, exactly. You got to start off and then just work your way outwards. That's nice. Yeah. That's all right, man. So, yeah. So, what's up?
I use the NECA sticker.
Yeah.
I'm going to replace it with yours.
I like it. Yeah, no, I like that. I threw NECA into mine as well, just to little nod.
Yeah.
But yeah, so had you made a crate before, or was this your first time doing one?
I think it was the first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I use just a craft stick to make it, the large ones.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's craft stick.
Lots of wood, yeah. The large one and the thin one for the frame.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah, and the large ones.
Yeah. So, wow. I mean, the texturing on that, you can see it in yours just now.
Yeah, I just weathering a bit with black wash, and they just came out like this. Yeah. And then maybe I sand it, to remove a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the texture, it's lovely. Yeah, it's wood. So
that's awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, that came out great for your first time crate building. That was awesome. Yeah.
That's not very straight, but
hey, works, mate. Works.
Yeah, it works.
Made me fall in love with it. But
Thank you.
So yeah, now I appreciate you sharing that with us, and now you're going to see me attempt to make one myself. there you have it. I have to say this was a hell of a lot of fun to put together. Took about 4 or 5 hours. Just because I took my time with it. There was a couple of mistakes I made with the cutting. You know, as I said before, as I said in the chat with Pietro, it has been a while since I used balsa wood. So yeah, remembering that obviously it cuts very easy with the grain, and not so much against the grain. Yeah, diorama builders, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. But really pleased with the end result. And yeah, obviously threw my own Easter egg in there. When the visual reference, all of these symbols were pretty clear. The one that was in the movie, this looked to be another up arrow, and I just thought, well, there's really 2 up arrows in the logistics symbolising. So I thought I might as well just throw my own logo in there. I also did get these 2 round the wrong way. The wine glass is meant to be over here, but I actually like the way this flows. It's like a story. So, Project Piper Customs, he stood up, drank some wine, and then made it rain. I like the way that flows. And also another fun Easter egg. Unfortunately, I don't think you can read it on how small the print is, but right here, where on the label where it's got shipping from and shipping to, I actually ordered the addresses on there. So the shipping from reads semi-fake Neca warehouse address in New Jersey, and the ship to reads to Oroko Saki on East Warehouse on Laird Islands, New York. A nod to the film, and also a nod to the paper card backdrop that came with the Capture of Splinter set from Neca, as they had that printed on one of the crates in the backdrop. So there you have it, guys. Oh, and also before I forget, I did include his little mini side palette as well. Alright, another little fun build put together, whilst I had some spare balsa wood going. So there we have it, guys. Let me know if you fancy giving this one a go yourself. Let me know your thoughts on it. Be sure to check out Pietro TurtleBoy83's Instagram to see more of his awesome diorama work at TurtleBoy83. Link will be in the description. And if you want to see more of my works and more of my upcoming projects and my toy photography, be sure to check out my social medias on Instagram and Facebook at Project Piper Customs. Links will be in the description. And that is it. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you enjoyed the launch of a new series, and I can't wait to share some more little projects with you. And that'll be it, guys, and until then, stay crafty.